So if you leave comments, we'll talk to you.
All right.
So how you guys doing, man?
Doing all right,
Chilling?
man. Chilling.
We'll give you the proper intro right now. We're just waiting for people
That's
to tune
fine.
in.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe. Triple Scoop ENT. As you can see, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. OnlyFans? No, I'm just kidding.
Coming soon on the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Hey, people are making a lot of money off of that, man.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I watched this dude named Bandman Kevo. Like, obviously, you know, you got the females who are making money the easy way, but I see dudes doing stuff that I haven't subscribed to anyone's OnlyFans, but
Yeah.
he'll release content and then later release it on YouTube after he's made his money on it, and it's really good stuff, like business information, like just really cool stuff, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's dope. People are making. He's like in the top 0.1%. He makes like.
a bunch of sucias.
Well, yeah. I mean,
What up, everybody? We're getting ready to go live. See a couple of viewers. Go ahead and share this
Yeah.
and show some love, and we'll introduce our guests real soon.
bunch of sushi. For the most part, I mean, that's basically what. Now these females know what it feels like to be a local rapper. Just starting
Very
out.
true.
You know what I mean? Some of them ain't getting no love, and they just like, oh man, gotta put it out there, and I still ain't getting money.
Yeah. All right, we got about 8. You ready?
Yes.
What up, everybody?
Whoa, we're in space.
We are.
Baked.
Damn.
Half baked.
It's
So,
crazy in here.
Yo,
Do
what
that.
up, Triple Scoopers? It's your boy DJ J Steezy.
DJ Jedi.
And today's special guest on Triple Scoop ENT, we got Cxris, entrepreneur, rapper,
Cheers.
In the
jack of all
building.
trades.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it all, man. What's up, guys? Thanks for
Welcome
having
to
me.
the show, man. Finally, we got you on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a minute, man.
Yeah,
We were
man.
talking for a while.
Yeah, you know, trying to get you on, man, but then, like I said, pandemic hit, you know. It just,
Man,
Hit everybody
nah.
different, man. Hit
Yeah.
That's
everybody.
pandemic, man.
Hey, but now we're balling. We got that $1,400. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah.
We're a different breed now.
we're just giving it right back to them, though, man.
Straight up, yeah. Then the bills come in, and you're like, "Oh shit! I didn't even know I had this ticket. What's going on?"
Right. Yeah, man. So what's going on? Cxris?
I'm just chilling, bro. I've been working on my businesses. I'm opening up a print shop.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing like all types of printing from, you know, obviously I have my brand 1907 Syndicate, so that's why I did it, but embroidery, you know, basic sewing, vinyl, direct to garment, any type of printing, screen printing, just stuff like that. And then right next door, I got 2 spots in one building, and we're doing a recording studio.
Damn.
Yeah, so I've been
Nice.
just working on that, man. Like a lot of heavy lifting, literally, just
Yeah.
like moving stuff from my house. That's where I had all my stuff before,
Yeah.
and just
Can you
taking
say
it
like
commercial.
the location area wise? Like maybe is it in Brawley?
It's
Is
in
it
El
out
Centro.
Oh,
It's in El Centro. Yeah. We're not open yet,
Mm.
but we will be open soon. I'm still doing a couple of the things for the acoustics in the studio. We're trying to get the sound right. I put up
Yeah.
8 panels. It just wasn't enough. So I got a couple more that I'm building. The print shop, however, it's kind of up and going. I haven't announced anything though, just because I got a couple of orders coming in for like another embroidery machine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like that. So part of it's running, part of it's not. But I'm gonna have a grand opening soon. We'll get
Dope.
taco guy. You know what I'm saying? Valley style. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
So something's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's go all the way back, man.
Let's go.
Let's go back.
How
to the
far are we
beginning.
going,
There's
back?
not enough room. It's a green
Can't
screen.
go further than 92.
Okay, man. But when did you start rapping? How?
Oh,
How
when
did
or
you-
how? Those are 2 different things.
When and how? You know, how did you get into it?
I think I was like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
My neighbor across the street, man. He rapped, and he was like 17 or 18 at the time. And I just kicked it with him because he would always show me his CDs, and our parents were friends, our moms. And so I'd go over and kick it with him, and I was really fascinated by the whole thing. I was like, so that's all you need, bro? It's like a mic, and that's it? I started like taking notes, you know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, you should make a song. So I made a record one day, and it was just kind of like, I didn't take it serious at all, you know what I'm saying? I made the record, and then I started showing my friends, and they started being like, I was already the homie that like, at this time, you know, LimeWire is like on and popping,
right.
you know?
Damn,
so,
you said LimeWire.
yeah, bro.
I
We're
think he
taking it
just showed his
back.
age.
so LimeWire is on and popping. So I'm already the homie that syncs people's iPods. They're like, yo, I need this track, I need this track. So I started, throwing my track on there. I'd be like, hey, let me throw this on there. You check it out. Let me see what you think. Smart. So they started showing their friends, and then other people, it just like trickled down effect. And they're like, yo, you should really rap. And I was like, it was kind of a joke song, bro. Like, I really, and I felt it was fun. So I kept doing it. Eventually over time it turned into like a real thing for me, and over the next couple of years I just started taking it real serious, and like, next time I would go through something, I would find myself writing myself out of it, you know what I mean? And it helped me through a lot of stress and trials in my life, so it just stuck with me, and now it's me, you know what I mean? It's just
like a music therapy,
straight up, man.
And then,
it's my counselor, that microphone.
But are you like first generation, or do you have like family that was into like music and arts or something like that?
My dad has always done karaoke. Okay. He's really talented. Like he's just a, goes to the bar type of thing. But he's the type of guy that at the bar he goes to, the couple bars, they know him. You know what I mean? They're like, come on, Chris. I'm a junior, so they're like, come on, Chris, get up there and do your thing. So he always sang, and then. Thankfully, I grew up with my stepdad and my mom. They were really supportive, so anything I needed, like when I graduated, I grew up in pretty well, I wasn't stuck on the streets, like, till a little bit older, some other stuff happened, but basically, they were really supportive, and when I graduated high school, she got me my first MacBook, which, it just took my production to the next level, and that's when I got Pro Tools, and it just... You know what I mean? I went from like Cool Edit Pro, for those of you that know.
Yeah, we know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's like the bootlegs. Yeah, exactly. So I just took it from there and just kept going with it, and here I am now. I make it a lifestyle, basically. That's why I'm opening up the studio and the print shop. Excuse me, and I'm just keeping it rolling, man.
So was it all just writing, or did you ever get into like productions, like making beats or?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I
like, there's one track that has a guitar on it on the riff. I was gonna ask,
did you
play that?
No, I didn't play that.
I was like,
shout out to Andy, man. He's a really good guitarist from Calexico.
It's dope, dude. It was dope.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, man. Him and Ezekiel, we started getting together in a couple sessions. Ezekiel's a drummer. Okay. And we met up at a show at March and Ash. They had like a something Saturdays or something. It was Social Saturdays. Yeah, the very first one I performed, and they were there too. We started talking it up, and basically, long story short, we just got together, linked up, did a couple tracks, and they would lay drums, and I would do my thing and make the skeleton of the beat, and they would kind of just put it together. Dope. But yeah, as far as being like getting into production and all that type of stuff, I was always... When I started getting into it, all the friends would come over. Some of them stuck, some of them didn't, but they'd all want to rap. They'd all give their shot, and I was just the guy at the computer. And then I would do my verse when it's time, but I'd be stuck at the computer when I'm not. And it just, like, stuck, and I started getting the thing, getting the program down, and that was it. It just took off. I engineer now. I really do. I ended up going to school. I got a degree at the Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences.
Damn, that sounds fancy.
Bro, what sold me on it, I kid you not, what sold me on it, I go there and I see plaques from all of my favorite artists on the wall, and they're like, these are students that engineered for these people, and I was like, that's it, I'm going, that's it. I'm talking like Drake, Rihanna, everybody, songs I would listen to at the time, The Weeknd, main stuff. So it was really an honor to be able to go to that school, and then I did pretty well, got an internship. I jumped in at a studio in Los Angeles called Westlake. My apologies. I was trying to go to Studio West. They didn't accept me. Westlake. So that was a really, really big high pick on my list, and they worked with me, man. They told me I told them, I was like, I'm in the environment of like rappers. Like, I want to be around cool people. I'm not that's not afraid to do this and that, like partiers. Like, that's the type of environment I want to be in. That was that, man. I went to that studio. It was all my favorite producers coming in every day, all my favorite rappers, and then they did a lot of pop music. So it was mainly rap and pop, and then Lil Nas would come in too. So he's like, I don't know what he is, but
country.
Yeah. I'd be going to get lunch for him, man, and it was crazy. Like, I'd be going to get lunch for him, and his song would be on the radio, and I'm like, fuck, if they only knew like where this dude's at. It was exciting, man. It was cool. I did that for a little bit, and then unfortunately, the pandemic hit, obviously, but my second son was also born. So I took a time of leave, By the time my time of leave was over, I got a lot of good relationships there, but I just didn't go back. You know what I mean? I took what I learned. I kept in touch with the owner, who's a really, really good guy. His name's Al. Shoutouts to Al, man. He's taught me so much about the business, just the music industry itself. So I'm bringing that to the Valley with the studio. Everything that we did there that I learned from, people that I've looked up to my whole life, feeling like, oh shit, you're not crazy, all these crazy thoughts I have growing up, man.
Right.
I'm not crazy. I see these huge artists face to face. I'm shaking hands with them now. I'm like, shit, it's real now, So I'm coming back home. I'm bringing it here. Now we're gonna have a recording studio here that knows about what goes on in West Hollywood. You know what I mean? Which is where the studio was at. So
you have a familiarity. How you say it? Damn, I've been drinking.
Familiarity.
That word. I mean, he sounds educated, so I'll let him speak for me.
I'm trying my hardest to.
What was his degree again? I don't know. That's above my pay grade.
It's just a master recording program too. I finished it. It was just you learn all aspects of audio. They start you out with basically how to do electricity. You know what I mean? So I could wire your house. And then in the next couple
I might
of
have
weeks,
a job for you.
Yeah, man. Hey, if I'm off, I'm always down for the money.
You're off.
But shit, yeah, I'm doing all that at the business right now. But yeah, they take you they take you there. Excuse me, and you do live sound. You learn how to run that. You learn how to run the studio, and then you learn post production, for NASCAR or football or any sport. You're in the bus. You're doing all that stuff. Mm. That's where the money's at. For anyone who's interested in audio, but I fell in love with the studio, man. As soon as they let us in there, I'd go to school for my 4 hours, and the rest of the time I'd be in the studio. So,
that's dope that you mentioned. Anybody that's interested, in doing audio.
Yeah, there's a career. There's real careers.
We've talked about it on other episodes, man. Where, just we go back to the Valley mentality.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you know what? I want to be in the entertainment industry. Right away, teachers would just knock it.
Yeah. Oh man.
You need something else to fall back on.
Yeah.
And it's like, but no, it's like
this is what I'm falling back on.
Exactly.
This is what I love to do. Why is it not?
And this is like there's so many jobs within the industry, that
100%.
You can make a lot of money, like you said, man. Like
100%.
You said, in the audio, it's there's money there.
Yeah, man. I mean, it blew my mind. I thought I knew everything, as all kids do. You know what I mean? And I go to school, and it's almost like a boot camp type of thing. They break you down. I decided that when I went to school, I'm gonna put the rapper thing aside. I didn't tell anyone I rapped. I was like, okay, I'm just going to school like a regular student. I'm trying to blend in. When they let us in the studio, that story kind of changed because they saw me rap, and they were like, what the fuck, But they break you down, and then they start teaching you the correct way to do things, the correct terminology. So that way, when you run into someone, like how I ran into my guys, the drummer Ezekiel and the guitarist Andy, we're plugging stuff up, and they're like, oh, hand me that XLR, like, oh, hand me that TSR, that TR, or the TS cable, and they're surprised. They're like, how do you know what that is, bro? And I'm like, I went to school. It's just little things that, how to use a compressor, how to use the EQ. It goes on for days, but the long story is basically they teach you how to communicate in that language, and it's a real thing. It's a real industry, like you said. So it opened my eyes, man. It really did. See that there's hope in this.
Now, from when you started to now, do you still have fun doing this? Because I know it could turn into a job, and that's what
it does turn
a lot
into
of us.
A job, man.
But do you still find a spark every here and there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like I work my ass off in everything, right? Even parenting with my kids, you know what I'm saying? And just to get to that moment where I could be in front of the mic, make some beats, and that's my freedom, bro. Right. And it's a lot rarer than it was as a kid, I thought, okay, I'm 17. By 19, I'll be a millionaire off this music, blah, blah, blah. I just got to keep doing this, You're doing all this dumb stuff as a kid. And then, it changes. But learning business really changed my mindset. And if you just work your ass off, bro, you could vicariously live through other people, you know? I opened a studio so that people could come through and chase their dreams, and I could help them out however I can. Meanwhile, I still rap and use that studio for myself, but when they're there, you know, I'm using all my expertise and everything that I've learned to just get them past that whole bullshit hump that I had to get over by living in the valley and growing up here. You know, we don't have shit, or we didn't. Now we do. You know, we got legitimate shit now. So it's dope to see how we've grown.
Right.
We're legit. The valley is completely legit. Everyone here.
Yeah, man. You know, like, for example, when the whole start of the show, you know, I came back from LA.
Yeah.
You know, he told me, he's like, why don't you get back into DJing? You know, and so he got me back into DJing, and then I was like,
so I know you DJ. Yeah, I seen you at the club all the time, man.
So yeah, man. So, you know, and then it's like being out there, you know, and it's like, man, I still want to do something within the entertainment industry, and it's something, you know, is that, like you said, you know, what drives you, you know, you still have that spark. I mean, I think it's just
100%.
we're all meant for this, you know.
Yeah, it's our environment.
It is.
That's our jungle right there.
Like,
you know.
You know, like my wife tells me, "Oh, you're never gonna give it up." I said, "No, like, I'm gonna do it to the day I die, even if I don't make a dime off of it."
Yeah,
that's not why we started.
You know, it's like I go, we do it because we love doing this.
100%.
You know, so it's like, so we started the podcast, and you know, it just kept growing, man. You know, and it's still growing.
It's a beautiful setup, man. I saw you guys when I first got here. It's amazing how you do this. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that we're in space right now.
Yes,
I don't know how the fuck I even got here, but you know what I mean? It's dope. I really appreciate it.
Baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We could travel anywhere.
So, then finding out that you could rap.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It kind of hindered my skill for a second. Not in the aspect of rapping, but so we were on. You could book the studio. You have to do a test in, like, they call cycles. It was like 3-week intervals. Once you get to the 5th cycle, you do a test to make sure that you can run signals through the board. You know what I mean? So you run signals through the board, then you get access to the studio. The studio is open whenever school's not in, 24/7. Like, you could stay there till 5 in the morning if you want. So, with that being said, if you invite someone, say a rapper that you know, they have to leave at 2 a.m. Long story short, they needed a vocalist. We're in the studio messing around, you know what I'm saying, recording stuff. And they were like, can anyone? And I'm like, I'll go. You know? So I already had shit written and everything. It was ready to go. So I go in there, I rap a verse, and they're like, without being said, it could tell, like, we made something, you know? And we started making records. Like, you know, the producer started coming out of this guy, the beat, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything started, like, showing out, and, like, yo, everyone's kind of here doing this. Like, all the people that are going to the studio, right. We all kind of put this shit aside. Yeah. So we started making records, bro. And the way it held me back a little bit is I stopped engineering. Like, I didn't give a shit no more, because every time we went to the studio and booked it out, they were like, you're the rapper. And I'm like, fucking, let's do it, bro. You know? So, at the end of the day, I still know a lot of stuff, and I got back on my grind at the end, and able to graduate, able to get a good opportunity. But yeah, man, it was on and popping from that point. You know what I mean? It was like,
What was that feeling like though? When once they were like, no, you're gonna jump on the track.
It kind of changed my perspective of who I grew up around, bro. Like, I feel like people see you too much, they almost take you for granted.
Yeah.
You know? Like, they're like, oh, you got another new song? Cool, bro. All right.
No,
anyway.
you know what? He hit it.
You know what I'm saying?
With that comment.
Like,
damn.
People don't appreciate how much you guys are doing here, bro. Like, with this podcast, bro, you got to set up all these cameras. You got to set up everything. Like, it's a lot of work that goes into this for someone to just check it out, exit out, and go about their day. You know what I'm saying? And once they understand the grind of whatever they're doing, construction, office job, whatever type of job they do, it's just like that. Right. It seems fun, but that's just what we portray. It's like our marketing. Like, this is the fun part, yeah. But you don't see what goes into it behind the scenes to get to this fun part.
Then you got all the promoting, everything, man. You know, it's a whole...
That's why, yeah, I love our community because we come together. You know, everybody that follows Triple Scoop, everybody that follows 1907, we get together and we share it, you know what I mean? And that's what I appreciate about everybody that I'm involved with nowadays, you know? Just the positivity, bro.
Now, going with Syndicate, I actually saw that logo a while back, before I even knew you rap. It's weird
Word.
because it started backwards, right?
No way. Yeah.
Yeah, and like when he told me your name, and I was kind of like, think I've heard it, but then he mentioned the name of the brand, and I was like, yeah. I've heard of that.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Heck yeah, man.
It's kind of like when people find out that I used to rap, they're like, what? You're a DJ? They're like, no, it's but I started off as a rapper.
They figured out back.
Weird.
Yeah, you never expect someone to see it like that.
So I was just like, man, it's all full circle, man. That's dope. And how did that come along, or what does it stand for?
1907.
This is all Imperial Valley, bro. We grew up wearing spikes on our hats, you know what I'm saying? And it's, 16, 17, going back to my early days, we wore spikes on our hats, going to parties, high school parties. They'd be like, oh, that's Spike Gang, this and that, whether it's good or bad, the females or whoever be talking about us, and they call it Spike Gang. So this is when Taylor Gang is like, you know what I'm saying, Wiz Khalifa, and that's my favorite artist. So I was like, fuck, let's rock with the Spike Gang. But then the gang thing kind of like, it got, like, I just didn't feel it after a while. I want to be original. So, meanwhile, I took the S from Spike, the G from Gang, which the S is the 19th letter, G is the 7th letter, 1907. Syndicate is a collective of individuals with a common interest. So, basically, me and all my homies and everybody that's around us, now it's expanded to everybody in the valley, but basically, we all want to succeed and show that we're legit here. You know what I'm saying? And we are. Like, you've seen it. Shout outs to J-Rock. She's doing huge things right now. Shout out to Zuko. He's done big things. They've done beautiful things here with not just music, but every aspect of things. And this is just a group of people, And so we took the Spike Gang. If people call me by that now, I still go with it, but like it's only saying like I knew you before all that, Right. But 1907 Syndicate is when it became a legitimized brand, and later one of my good friends called me, Goblin, and he goes, "Hey bro, you need to Google right now, drop everything you're doing, Google Imperial County, the year it was founded," and I'm like, "The fuck does that have to do with anything, bro?" Okay, whatever, we bullshit, like we're just homies, like why are you telling me to do this? And so I Google it, and it was Imperial County was founded in 1907. So that's when I was like, this is like a year after the brand started. So then I was like, well, okay, I'm gonna stick with this till the wheels fall off, and we just stuck with it. We kept going, and it is what it is now. Now we got the studio, we got the print shop, and we're building from there, just collaborating with everybody and doing everything.
Let the people know where they can find the merch and all that.
So the merch right now, I'm setting up a website. Right now you can go over to 1907syndicate.com. Unfortunately, the merch section is not set up. If you want to do that, you have to contact me directly, either through the 1907 Syndicate on Instagram or Cxris on Instagram, which is Cxris. But I'm always available. I'm doing shirts, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff coming, but the website should be done soon. And then the shop section on 1907syndicate.com will turn into that. So it'll take you straight to the shop, and we'll have everything available. Crew necks, short sleeve, everything, hats. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to do, like, I have sweat shorts too that I rock all the time. They're really comfortable, man. So yeah,
for right here in the valley,
bro. Yeah, absolutely.
I give it a couple weeks, and
yeah, we're gonna be needed wearing shorts. This is probably my last time rocking the pants. A couple times at least.
Right, man. Yeah, so you opened up for quite a few people, huh?
Couple, man.
Don't be like, how do you say it? Just let the people know, because I know a lot of people are real humble and they really don't say it.
Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, bro.
Yeah, let them know, man. That's awesome.
Man. That was a life-changing moment for me. Like, that was the first artist that...
And that's important, man.
Yeah, that was life-changing, bro. That's who I model so much of what I do off of, even before he passed, and then seeing the impact that he's had after he passed, is just so incredible. But yeah, I opened up for him in Santa Cruz. We had a good time. I had a conversation with him afterwards, and he followed me on Twitter, and still to this day, obviously rest in peace, but he follows me on Twitter. Yeah. It was crazy because after we talked, I gave him my CD. And he was like, all right, bro, I got to go, blah, blah, blah. All these females and his whole entourage following him. Like, he gets in the van, bro. I don't say nothing about social media. 10 minutes later, it said Nipsey Hussle follows you. And I'm like, how the fuck? Yeah. And I go to his page. I'm like, this has to be fake. And I go to his page, and I'm like, damn, bro, he got off the back of my CD and went to Twitter and looked for me and followed me. And I was like, that's legit.
Yeah.
Like my respect was already up there for him, but it just took it to another level.
He's really about the people,
bro. Yeah. He's so real. He's so authentic. He's exactly what you see in the videos from him is who he is, and that's what I appreciate because you don't see that a lot. But yeah, man, I've done Nipsey. I've done G-Eazy back in the day. Ooh. Yeah, that was cool.
That's awesome.
When he was blowing up. I've done this group called the Underachievers. They're from New York. I've done this. I've done Asher Roth back in the day when he had that "I Love College." You know that record? Yeah. See who else? Too Short. A lot of respect for him. It was a big night that night, man. Some crazy shit. Nah, I didn't even kick it. Bro, I let some crazy shit happen, bro. It's on YouTube. But, like, if you go check out the Cxris Cash series, episode 1, I think, that was one of the craziest nights of my life. Had nothing to do with Too Short. So we performed, and then we get off the stage, bro, right? And I'm waiting. I'm like, we had like 3 vans full of people come with us, bro. Like, sold that show the fuck out, bro. It was dope as fuck. So we all kicking it, just drinking in the back, chilling, right? And all of a sudden, a fucking fight breaks out over there, right? And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I go over there, and my dad's in the middle trying to stop these dudes, right? Some fool comes up behind him, grabs him, and the security starts beating the shit out of him, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, what the hell is this? So I start beating on the dudes that's beating him up, you know what I'm saying? And it just gets crazy, and we all had to leave. And, like, it was cool because security, they got me, right? And they brought me over to the front. And then someone came over and they vouched for me. They're like, nah, he's a performer. He's cool. Don't worry about him. And then they let me go. And then we just dipped, man. It wasn't cool vibes there. And, you know, we just left. We weren't feeling it. But it was over some irrelevant stuff. Like, I don't even know who was fighting. I don't know what. But as soon as I saw someone try to hit my dad, bro, that's it. Yeah. I'm fucking flying off the handle, bro. You don't fucking touch my family, you feel me?
He's a real one. So,
it took like 3 of them to get him down too, bro. I don't know what's wrong with those dudes.
Don't try to run up on this guy.
Right?
That shit was wild, bro.
So that's dope, man. You know what I mean? You put in the work, man. You do.
I do my best, bro.
You're following shows. You know, I
appreciate it.
Yeah. The reason I found out about you was Ramon from
Ramon. No way.
Yeah,
that's the homie. Shout outs to Ramon, bro.
Yeah, and he goes, yeah, man. He goes,
he know me since a toddler, bro.
And I was like, so I looked you up, and I was like, damn, this dude got a phone, and I was like, what the fuck does he do?
I appreciate it, bro.
Did you follow him on Twitter?
No.
It's good.
Hey, man, I get hardly any love on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, bro. Cxris1907. I got like 7K followers or something, and like I hardly tweet, so I don't know if the algorithm or what, but like I just don't like. I'll get like 3 likes or some shit. Yeah, I'm not popping on
Ramon
Twitter
was
yet.
Man, you gotta get him on your show, and I was just like, so I started looking you up. I was like, all right, let me go to YouTube now. I was like,
hell yeah.
I was like, man, yeah. And then that's when I heard you talking. I looked and I was like, because you were talking about 1907 Syndicate with Ramon.
Oh, that day.
Yeah, you mentioned something, and I was like, shit, that's him. And I was like, yeah, that's when I went up to you.
Yeah, that was a good day, man.
We started talking, and I was like,
did he buy a car?
No,
I did. I don't know how long you worked there, but my first car was a Kia. Like, our first car off the lot was a Kia. Really? Yeah, I had it for like a year.
He shows love, man.
I've been there since they opened, man. So yeah.
Oh, word. So you
were there, man. So and it was just like, yeah. So Ramon was the one that told me about you. So I was like,
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ramon. He shows mad love.
Yeah, and then so it was like definitely. I told him, I was like, man, we got to get him on the show. And then I think I gave you like stickers and stuff.
I post them bitches up.
Yeah. So
I think I posted them at the bank. I threw somewhere. I put them. He gave me like 4 of them. I put them up.
Slapping?
Yeah, bro. You got to.
Yeah, man. So so you still rapping or?
Yeah, okay. Absolutely. So, I've released 4 records this year so far, and they kind of went under the radar because I was just dealing with this business situation. But I set out at the beginning of the year. I dropped a song every Friday. January 1st happened to be Friday. I dropped a record called The Syndicate. That's got the guitar solo in it. You might have been talking about.
Yeah.
And then I dropped a record the next week called Beach House. And then after that, I dropped a record called It's Been a Minute. And I dropped a record called... What's the last one? Forgive me, bro. I'm sorry. I make a lot of music, and I only release some of it. The last one is So Many. So many. So that's my shortest record to date that I've released. I think it's under 2 minutes. But those 4 tracks are out right now. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere you can find music. Just search Cxris. It's in my most recent. But yeah, I since jumping on the business, I want to put my all into everything that I do, and even though I'm recording in the studio every night, it gets to be a lot. You know what I'm saying? It just gets to be a lot to put something together, throw it out, put something together, throw it out. Meanwhile, I'm literally like working, taking care of my kids. It's just a lot. Right. So I'm doing everything I can, and I have new music coming. A lot of new music coming, and this new space that I got it's put me in a whole different perspective, man, in a place that I haven't been since a kid, bro. So it's beautiful, like what's coming. I promise. No more new music coming soon. Videos, everything.
Any more collaborations, or is it all just?
Yeah. I'm a collaborate. I collaborate with a lot of people in the Valley, and it kind of a lot of records haven't came out, but I've collabed with, I want to say, damn near everyone in the Valley. You know. I don't want to say no names, because if I say names and if I leave someone out, that shit fucks everything up. But mad love to everybody, every group out here, bro. Everybody that knows me, you know what I'm saying. You know that this part is for you, and we've been coming together so much better in the last few years that it's bound to happen. It's happening. It's already happening. The success is already happening. You see it with, from boxers to rappers to entrepreneurs to everybody is just pursuing their goals, to skaters, bro. Everything. We got a professional in every aspect of this place. So it's a beautiful place to live, man. I'm proud to be from 1907. You feel me? I'm proud.
Hey. So let's do the hot seat.
Hot seat question. What's the hot seat, bro? All right. Hey, I didn't plan for this.
No, we're gonna have to check his records. Any like I know you mentioned earlier the fight broke out. Any other situations like that? I mean, you don't have to go into detail,
right?
Or like crazy fans following, stalking, or
backstage.
It happened a lot more when I was younger, bro. Like when Skype first popped out, that was a little creepy for me. There's like they would just send me like weird videos. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Wow.
Like really like stuff I didn't ask for. You know what I'm saying? And I would just see it and I'm like,
no thank you.
I can't. I just like show the homies and we laugh and we're like, what the fuck?
You swiped right.
Now I think a lot of my fan base has matured. I do have the young fans out there, but young fans, I think just in general with social media, we've evolved as people, and they come correct. I'm proud of my fan base, the way that they show love and everything like that. They're real great people, all of them.
Man, he carries himself really good. Yeah, you must have a good PR. Or
my own PR, man.
Yeah.
Hey, if anyone's looking for someone to PR for,
I say we're gonna have to book him because sometimes we say some shit that's just all bad. I don't know. I don't even know why we're live. Sometimes the shit just...
You're like, let's record it, put it up later.
Yeah,
bro.
we'll edit.
Yeah, man. So, when is the grand opening for your place?
I want to do. I don't want to do April Fool's Day just because it's April Fool's Day, but I'm hoping at the end of this month, beginning of next month. I literally like to break it down as straight as it is. Like I have 8 panels left to do in the room, like a couple of ceiling panels, a couple of panels in the back of the room. Studio's done. As soon as the studio's done, I'm gonna go into the print shop. Print shop is basically up and running. There's just little things like for my sewing machine, I need another bobbin. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need a couple more threads, colors.
Yeah.
I need ink. I need to coat my screens for silk screen. Like, little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff I could knock out in a couple days. So, once I get that done, I have a sign coming in. And I'm going to put the sign up. And then we'll just start from there. It's just paperwork now. Just catching up. And I got to, just paperwork, really.
That's dope. That goes to show you out there, man, nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible.
I'm still tripping on the shirt. Like, I was staring, I just didn't say nothing the whole time. I was like, listening to your music, I wouldn't have pictured you influenced by, like, rock
Mad
or something
love,
like that.
bro.
I mean, just that riff, yeah, but I was just like, what other influences besides hip-hop?
A lot of rock.
Listening?
A lot of rock growing up. No lie, man. I went to the Ozfest twice when I was 10 years old and when I was 11. And, like, I saw Ozzy, I saw, Disturbed, I saw Korn, I saw Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson was my Lil Wayne. You know, Lil Wayne was my favorite artist growing up, but before him it was Marilyn Manson. So like, I grew up on a lot of like different punk music. You know, GBH. You know, Sex Pistols. A lot of like low key stuff, Tsunami Bomb, like stuff people don't know about. You know what I mean?
So did you ever dabble in that, like doing rock music, or were you?
I'm gonna say something right now. I never told nobody.
He was out there doing karaoke.
No. Okay, so when I was in 4th grade, right?
Talent show.
No. I used to. Hot Topic was the spot, right?
Right.
So gothic people, right? Back then, this is when Good Charlotte's popping off, and like if you're a real punk, you don't like Good Charlotte, but I liked whatever I liked. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I started this thing, and I was like, I'm a punk rapper. So I liked rap music because I love it, and I dressed like a punk. So I dressed in skinny jeans and all this shit. And my best friend, his name was Chris too. He'd be like, bro, you're ridiculous. Like, why do you wear skinny jeans? Like, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, I look at what the rap game became. And it's, like, skinny jeans. And I'm so like, weird. Fuck, bro. Like, if I would have just, you know, like, I did. I mean, I grew up wearing skinny jeans, but he got to me, you know? When I was young, I was like, man, maybe this shit is kind of lame. Like, what the fuck am I doing, you know? Like, but I kept with it, and I stayed true to who I am, and, you know, it paid off. But just that little story for me is, like, that's where I got the spikes from, too. Like back then, I would take them off my bracelets and put them in my hat. I would put them all the way around the crown. But when I got older and started doing it again, I just put them in the front. And then on that, for those of you guys that don't know, I used to wear spikes on my hat and like new era caps and stuff. Like there's like 2 holes in the front, you know, the holes around. So you just shove the screw through and then you put the screws on. And I got them tatted now because it impacted my life, man.
Now I'm wondering like if that's the reason they're there, so you can add like other or
something,
is it just like a
garments.
Airflow.
I thought it was supposed to be for airflow.
I wonder if there is a function for them. Yeah. Like, do they have to put it there when they sew the hat together or something? Like,
that's gonna be a whole different topic.
Yeah, life hacks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That'd be crazy,
right? But no, like you said, and it's true, man. Everybody's rocking the skinny jeans, you know now.
It's like normal.
It can rock-shirts, rappers wearing, you know, Metallica, wearing, you know, AC/DC shirts. It's crazy how
some of them don't even know the bands.
I know, man. Like, name one song.
Dude, tell me about it. I was like, do you even know who they are? She's like, it's a shirt. I'm like,
my mom is a big influence on the rock music. Like she would listen to like Godsmack and Mudvayne and all these, and we had those books of CDs. You know, I just looked through the book and I picked something out, and then like the middle ground was like Limp Bizkit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're cool. Fucking,
you know what I'm saying? Like all those CDs, bro. I grew up on all that shit. So like, when it comes the sampling thing that you brought up earlier, I barely started sampling, bro. Literally like last week. I was never into it. I just never, you know, the homies would do it. But now I'm growing a big fascination, and taking those records and turning them into hip hop is just blowing my mind. Some of the stuff that I'm working on is fucking crazy, bro. I can't even. It's so sick, bro. Taking like my favorite records as a kid from like Korn, Good Charlotte, you know, all these bands, whatever I listened to, taking their hit track and just turning it into my stuff is so fun, bro. It's that spark you were talking about, you know?
Yeah, man. Oh. So, you were talking about, because I noticed, you know, you did a little promo before you hopped on.
Yes, absolutely.
You were talking about record deal?
So, okay.
What's going on with that?
So, I made 2 videos, and I wasn't going to post that one because I didn't want people to, like, think something that it's not. But basically what I'm doing, I'm offering an opportunity from people from the Valley. So with this studio and the print shop opening, I'm forming a record label.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's still in the works. I'm going to get things going first. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer everything that I've learned and that I do, all my services, up to you. You know, I don't want to make no money off of you, anything like that. I just want us to come together as a collective. So we're looking at a few artists right now, and basically, you know, we're offering to make their merch. We're offering to set up their website. We're offering to give them studio time. All these kids that don't have nothing, you know, stuff that we didn't have growing up. We needed somewhere to record. And with that being said, I'm just building a team, and we're going to take that team and start traveling, you know. We'll have an act. We'll have a gig that we could do and offer to different clubs, different venues and stuff like that, you know, once we get things rolling. And just build up people from the Valley, bro. There's unlimited talent here, bro. You know, so that's as far as the record deal goes. I don't have a record deal, nothing like that. Honestly, I recommend you don't try to get a record deal as far as like 360s go and stuff like that. But that's another conversation. Just distributing your music, you know. I'm not gonna distribute it. I'm gonna tell you how to distribute it. I'm not gonna get no money off of what you're doing, you know.
Right.
Like just time, putting time in, giving you game, and helping you get to where you need to be, and honoring, you know, 1907 and like what we stand for, what we represent, and what we're going towards.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
Nice, man.
really building on the Syndicate aspect of 1907. You know what I mean?
Right. Dope. So you said you got a few artists you're looking at, or?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say no
He's
names.
gonna say no names.
I can't do that. But there's a lot of dope talent out here. I'll tell you that.
There is, man.
Yeah, you just look on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Just there's tons. Calexico, Brawley, El Centro, Imperial. There's rappers and artists and singers, and I'm expanding even from just music, really. Like art in general, I love.
Right.
So if you can express yourself in a tangible form, I think that's beautiful, and we could work.
Right.
So that's
man.
yeah.
Yeah, man. You're gonna. It's another person that's gonna leave a stamp in the valley, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Trying to, bro.
Yeah, it's already.
It's a beautiful place here.
It's already in motion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got it going. So that's what's up, man. Yeah. But man, we appreciate you coming to the show, man. Definitely.
Mad love, guys. Triple scoop.
Yeah. You want to drop your platforms again one more time?
Yeah. So I have a couple shout outs too.
Oh, for sure.
Let me get to those real quick, and then I'll drop my platforms. So as far as shout outs go, I want to shout out my sister. She grew up here with me. Obviously, she's my sister. She started a company where she has her dental license, and she does tooth gems. So she'll like ice out your teeth and stuff like that with like real dental glue. It's all legitimate, like super good stuff. And her Instagram is Tooth Gems AZ. So you know, Tooth Gems with a Z AZ. She lives in Phoenix now. Okay. You can hit her up. She'll do appointments anywhere. You know, just hit her up and you can take it from there. Shout out to my barber. Her Instagram is fucking fabulous fades. I know you wouldn't expect a girl. Fabulous fabulous fades, bro. Fabulous. You feel me?
That's dope.
She's dope, man. She's dope.
It sounds dope. Dude.
She's been rocking with me for a minute, man, and she's just real dope. Like I got with her during the pandemic. My other barber, shout out to him, Alexis. He just opened up a shop in the Ivy Mall called Banderas Barbershop or Barbers or something like that. It's BBB. That's what it is. You'll see it's a big old store. So he's super dope. Unfortunately, he was going through all that, setting that up during the pandemic. So I got with Yvette, which is fucking Fabulous Fades, FUKN, and then Fabulous Fades on Instagram. And she just been lacing me up, man. She gave me this little mohawk.
Oh, shit.
I've been rocking with this, and that's just like, I'm trying to make, I told her, I was like, I want to make my own hairstyle, you know? Like, I want to just add a little touch to it every time, so where it's not like quite this or quite that, but I got the line up, and you know, it's just so shout outs to her, man. Mad love. And then shout outs to my man Freddie, bro. Freddie Terrazas. He's a great guy, bro. Like he's shown so much love in the fact that his daughter J-Rox is blowing up. Like he keeps in touch like it was day one, bro. Like we're on the text like constantly, and just the amount of love that he shows, and the fact that he owns an insurance company, I get all my insurance through him. So Terrazas Insurance, bro, I fully co-sign that. It's in El Centro. Hit that up. Yeah, you got to show love, man. Local. I try to do everything local. He honestly gave me the best fucking deal I could, like, straight up for both my car and my truck, bro. He gave me the best deal. So, you know, go to him if you need insurance. And obviously his daughter J-Rox, you know, beautiful girl doing amazing things. Super talented, talented, bro. And just, you know, the things that she's doing amazing. And just shout out to their whole family, bro. I know he's got another daughter, and he's got a son that's super talented at sports. His other daughter does like crazy art, which I want a piece. I need a piece in the studio. So I'm going to have you draw something up with Nipsey or something like that. But yeah, that'll be dope. So shout outs to them, J-Rox and Freddie. And then, you know, shout outs to God, man. Honestly, like without him, none of this would be possible. My belief is that God is everything happening right now. This is God. It's not a man, woman, anything like that. It's energy, and it's right here, right now. And Shout outs to Potent Child, bro. We had a great conversation yesterday. He's a rapper. He's from El Centro. We grew up together. We knew each other since like super kids, bro. Like talking. He was in like 4th grade. He was shorter than me. So if you guys go to his Instagram, yeah, he's like 6'7", bro, and he used to kick it with us when he was shorter than me. So
we gotta get him on the show, man.
He's great, bro.
Tell him to come through.
I will.
Sure.
He's doing a lot of cool stuff, man. He came through the studio yesterday. We talked about a bunch of dope things, a bunch of his plans that he's got going.
You guys got music together?
Not yet, man. It's long overdue. We talked about it. Yeah. We're way too close to not have music. So like it's coming. The time's coming. You guys don't have music together? Oh man, you gotta get in the studio, bro.
Yeah, we don't have music together, man.
Bro. Yeah. You don't think of it, because you guys are so business minded together that you're just like, let's make these moves, but you don't take time to like kick it anymore because you so I get it. You guys will get there though. I know it'll happen.
A session with you once everything's
bro. I'm down. You come through. You guys are always welcome, man.
Definitely.
And then my last shout out once again is the studio owner Al, man, and obviously, not to push too much time on him because I already talked about him. So shout outs to him, but my family, my kids, my son Ethan, my other son Ezra, my baby on the way, Samantha, that's my children's mom, and like just the amount of love and respect that we cultivate in our home is just like, you know how it is to be parents, bro. It's not easy at all. So like in my personal life, I just like I thank them for being my rock. They keep me at home and they keep me grounded and they keep me knowing that I'm just a human.
Yeah, I just booked them for my PR.
But yeah, man, that's about it. And then as far as my social media goes, you could find me at 1907syndicate.com. You can also find me at Cxris on Instagram. That's Cxris. And then on Facebook, Cxris as well. I have a like page. Go check that out. Like it. I also have TikTok. It's _Cxris. So it's _Cxris. I'm barely starting with the TikTok thing. I got a few videos out, but I love TikTok, man. As a platform, I learned a lot from it. So check me out on there if you guys are on there. And yeah, man, that's about it.
Dope, man.
I appreciate you guys for having me, man.
Definitely, man.
Good combos.
You're welcome back anytime, man.
Appreciate it.
All right. Yeah, thanks for coming to the show, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys subscribe to Triple Scoop ENT.
Yeah. Dope.
All right, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Thanks for watching.